Sagittarius, hello and welcome to your fall 2022 shapeshift reading, where we're looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shapeshift looks and feels like throughout the season. I'm Amanda of Unseen Hands Tarot. I'm your reader, and I do these shapeshift readings for all 12 signs of the zodiac every season for us to explore deeper in the shifting space. This is an online community of esoteric sleuths and seekers like yourself who are interested in tarot, astrology, and other divination tools, and using them to investigate their ongoing shifts and changes and personal evolutions as they unfold season after season. So if that sounds like you and today's reading ends up resonating, there's a supportive space for you to go deeper. More on that after your reading. Today we are using the gorgeous Goblins and Gardens Tarot deck by Jonathan Sacha. If you end up loving this deck and wanting a copy, you can go to goblinsandgardens.com and get yourself some. Okay. Sag. What's your shapeshift? What's the shapeshift for Sagittarius this fall? The Nine of Cups is out, and that was on the bottom of the deck before we started this. Okay, I think you're starting to realize what you want, Sag. And you might be realizing what you have to let go of in order to go for it. Okay. Yeah. That's how we want it to be. Let's take a look at this together. So I think you're shifting out of the Five of Cups into the Nine of Cups through the King of Wands, but really it could go any kind of combination. You could be shifting whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, look at this goblin in the Five of Cups, absolutely clinging to these pointy cacti in the barren desert and looking like they're bugging out of their ever-loving mind. And it's like, Sag, you don't have to do that. You don't have to keep holding on to this person, this job, this thing, this identity, whatever this is for you. It's really painful, it looks like, with the Five of Cups, and like emotionally draining. And why are you clinging to it so strongly? That looks painful, this Five of Cups situation. And shifting into the Nine of Cups, which is much more about like owning what it is you actually want and what really brings you joy, satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment, means you have to step into a much more powerful version of yourself with the King of Wands. You kind of gotta light shit up, you know? Like you might have to be a little bit of a boss to yourself. Why am I getting that? It's like stepping forward a little more boldly with bold. You're taking charge. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. You're taking charge of your life and saying, you know what, actually, I'm not going to do this anymore. All these outside narratives tell me that I have to like hold on to these cacti and live in the desert. And something in me here is going, you know what if I just say no? What if I just go over here, actually? You know, like what if I go live there where there's a pool and there's flowers and things are lusher and greener and I can just chill? You know, the Nine of Cups kind of asks, like, where do you feel most relaxed, at ease? What hydrates you? Because whatever this is, I think what I'm seeing in the Five of Cups is that you're very afraid to let it go. I mean, like, look at this creature. Their eyes are bugging. Like, bugging so hard. They're like, oh God, oh God, oh God, this hurts so much to hold on to this, but oh my God, what's gonna happen if I let go of it? You know, like, I don't know who I am if I let go of this. But the thing is, like, as soon as you do, you have this opportunity to start steering your life in a very bold direction. And it's one that is much more in line with who you are and what you want. More specifically, what you want. Like, oh wow, I don't have to do that to get what I want. Or like, I don't have to stay there in order to feel good and satisfy my needs and my wants and my desires. Oh, you know, like, it's that kind of energy. And this feels like, oh, right. You know, like, for the first time, you are realizing what it means to steer the ship and what it means to decide. Whatever it is, you're basically moving from the desert to the poolside. You know, you're finding the oasis, your oasis. And your oasis is bound to be different from other people's. That's the thing about the King of Wands. They're not afraid to blaze a new trail and to go where they've never gone before or where nobody else is going. You know, you find your desert oasis. What hydrates you? I mean, like, look at the dryness absolutely cooking you, melting you. You know, like, in what relationships or circumstances or scenarios or environments do you feel like you are absolutely, like, dying of thirst? Like, you're just gonna crack under that heat, or like sweltering, melting down, you know, like, oh my God, if I stay here, I'm gonna die, but I also don't know how to leave, you know, like, oh my God, meltdown. It's like totem kind of meltdown energy. But luckily, you seem at least somewhat tapped in to a space where you can rejuvenate and rehydrate, where you actually feel replenished. And that is very useful information for you, because that's where you need to continue. It's like you keep finding your way back to that oasis. And maybe something in this reading is giving you the power to decide that you don't have to just visit the oasis once in a while, that actually, like, the desert, dry, not getting what you need, suffering chapter of your life could be over, or it could be something you are ready to emotionally release in favor of something much more satisfying. But again, it's going to take courage. This is a nice message coming off of last season's reading for you, Sag. It was called Coming Out, and it really talked about just like owning who you are, or shifting identities in a way that is much more authentic and true to you, and then like starting to be forthright about that. But in a way that where you don't have to rush. You know, you can take your time and discover more about your own authenticity. And maybe in this process of doing that, you're starting to be like, oh crap, if I'm honest about who I am, I can't stay here, or I can't keep doing this, because now I've had a taste of this and I want to be there all the time. So it's gonna take some bold moves to make that pivot. Cool. Sag. I can't wait to get into this deeper now. We're gonna use some other decks. This is the Botanica Tarot. Ugh, it's so pretty. We're gonna pull some cards from that to further illuminate this garden that you're in this fall. We're also gonna look at the Hieronymous Bosch Tarot and see if we can, you know, invite some more wild goblins to the party. So if this reading is resonating with you so far and you want to dive deeper and you want to view the full reading, you can click the link in the description below and explore everything we have to offer in the shifting space. This again is a space created to hold you in this shapeshift for this season and the seasons to come. It's really a space where you can investigate your ongoing changes and evolutions in a supportive way. It gives you the tools you need to track what's happening for you. Anyway, if you're into it, click the link below and maybe I'll see you on the other side.